Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabansi, and I welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today, we got I don't know what we have for you guys, but before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now, you know we live in the hot take era, right? Where it's all about saying the most attention-grabbing, ridiculous thing that gets people talking, gets people's emotions running, and people's blood boiling, and all of a sudden, man, we're doing sports media the right way. This seems to be the direction things are going in. Now, why am I talking about this? As you guys know, ESPN and these guys are beginning to make the Anthony Edwards push for the face of the league, given the fact that Stephen Curry, KD, LeBron, and these guys are slowly fading out, and they're going to retire soon. So the NBA needs a new guy. And with that, ESPN is going to be the platform that pushes a lot of these narratives. So what happened? This morning, I was looking at a clip that was published yesterday on ESPN featuring Kendrick Perkins, Stephen A. Smith, and I think Molly Karam. And as we're talking, they were talking. No, it wasn't Molly Karam. I think it was an evening show. And as they were talking, they got to the point where Stephen A. Smith began to compare Anthony Edwards to Michael Jordan, something that I vehemently disagree with. But then it didn't stop there. When Stephen A. Smith finished, Kendrick Perkins now jumped on and said, and that's the reason why Anthony Edwards reminds me of the '89 Michael Jordan. And I was like, what? The '89 Michael Jordan? If you don't believe that they really said that, what we want to do is want to play exactly what these gentlemen had to say here, and then want to come back and react to this madness. Take a listen to what they had to say here.
You said in January, Stephen A., that you wanted to go and you wanted to see Anthony Edwards in person, and now you're getting that opportunity tonight. But for all the folks who are at home watching, thinking, wait, you really compared this young man to Michael Jordan? Why is it that you see that?
First of all, I never compared him to Michael Jordan because there's only one MJ, as I've educated Big Perk about when he tries to bring up somebody else in the GOAT conversation. What I said, however, is that when you look at his brand of basketball, his style, the athleticism, some of the moves that he puts forth, his explosiveness, etc., it's Jordan-esque. He's not there, of course, not yet. He's not where Kobe is or was, God rest his soul, not yet. But when you look at the potential of Anthony Edwards, his shooting ability, his ability to get to the basket, his athleticism, his explosiveness, and most importantly, that want-it factor when you stepping on the court and wanting to put on a show. That is Anthony Edwards. And I'm telling you right now, when I see him, I love what I'm seeing. To be so young, to have that athletic, big NBA body, and to be able to finish at the basket and to do the things he's capable of doing, that's why I'm here. I want to see this brother in action, up close, in person, because I think he has the potential to be that spectacular for years to come.
But that's why I compared him to the '89 version of Michael Jordan, right? Because he's still a raw talent with so much potential, and his ceiling is unbelievable. When you think of Anthony Edwards, yes, to all the things Stephen A. alluded to, he has the talent, he has the athleticism, he has the want factor, right? But he also has the leadership skills. And at 22 years old, it is so refreshing to have a guy that takes accountability not only with himself, but hold his team accountable, but also put the key in their back, right? It's so, like, I saw an interview the other day with Karl Anthony Towns after the game, and they were interviewing him. And Anthony Edwards went behind the interview and said, I don't know why they're double-teaming me. They need to be double-teaming you. You're the best offensive player on the team. Because he knows, right, that if they get the best version of Karl Anthony Towns, this team is going to go to heights that they probably don't even believe that they could go to.
So you heard what they had to say. Yeah, they said it. That was a bad take. There's no other way to put it. That was a bad take. I think it was wrong-headed to compare Anthony Edwards to an '89 Michael. People compare people to Jordan too easily. And I think by doing that, you're diluting the product that Michael Jordan was. There is no comparison. Let's go and look at Anthony Edwards for a second. Let's look at his career. Anthony Edwards was drafted in 2020 by the Minnesota Timberwolves. He made his first All-Star team in 2023 and his second All-Star team in 2024. Basically, how many years did he play? Basically 3 seasons or so, 2 or 3, depending how you want to look at it. Seasons, right? Excuse me. So in 4 years, he's made 2 teams. Good, 2. And he was he was on the NBA All-First rookie team. But he's been in the NBA for 2020 now, let's say 4 seasons. Let's go look at the 89 Michael Jordan, since he reminds you of the 89 Michael Jordan. Matter of fact, let's look at Edwards' numbers just this season. This year, he's averaging 26 a game on 46.8% shooting, 38%, excuse me, from the 3, 84% from the free throw line, 5.3 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 turnovers, 1.2 steals, and 0.5 blocks. Let's look at 89 Jordan. Okay. 89 Jordan was playing 40 minutes a game. He averaged 32 points per game on 53.8% shooting. He averaged 27.6% from 3 because Jordan attempted a lot of threes. 85% from the free throw line while getting you 8 rebounds, 8 assists, 2.9 steals per game, and 2.8 blocks. Let's go look at what Jordan was accomplishing back in 89. Obviously, let me look at his all-star appearances. So Jordan was an all-star, of course, like Anthony Edwards. The year before that, in 88, he had already won a league MVP. He had already made an all-first defensive team. He was making all-first defensive team. He also, that year, made the all-first defensive team. He led the league in scoring that season. He was also an all-star. The year prior to that, he had led the league in steals. What does any of this remind you of these 2 players? Is it because they both dark skin? I'm confused. That's the only thing I can think of. Michael Jordan was a force of nature. If he reminds you of the 89 Jordan, essentially, what you're saying is Anthony Edwards by next year, right? Because Jordan got drafted in 84. So you're essentially saying that he's actually ahead of the curve to Jordan. So next year, Anthony Edwards should potentially be leading the league in scoring. He should be at that level. He should be be able to win the MVP because Jordan already did that in 88. He should be able to make the all-first NBA team. He should be a defensive player of the year caliber player because Jordan won defensive player of the year in 88. And in the following season, he actually made the all-first defensive team. And he should be getting ready to go to the finals. What are we doing? Why do we get so hype in sports media and we just feel like we got to go out there and just say something for clicks? And why do we get so hype? I understand that you want to market the gentleman, but let's do it within the realm of reality. There's nobody in the NBA that reminds me of Michael Jordan. Nobody. We're not even going to talk about mentality. Jordan wasn't joking with you. He wasn't playing with you. He wasn't joking with you. He was ready for everybody. And he was relentless. Did you hear that stat line that I read of 89 Jordan? Who in the NBA even has a stat line remotely close to that? It's madness. Almost 3 steals per game. Did you hear what the hell I just said? Almost 3 a game. And he led the league in scoring. That year, I think he also, Let me look at Jordan's defense. And he also made all first. What are we talking? All first defense. What are we talking about? Why are people just bored? Like, please, just do me a favor. Let's not ever do that again. Like, there's nobody in the NBA that reminds me of Michael Jordan. Nobody. None of these dudes even come close. You're talking about a once in a I don't even know how to call it. And then you're now comparing them. Oh, you reminds me. No, you don't. No, you don't. And Kendrick Perkins deserves to get roasted for that take. No, you don't. The only thing they remind me of is because they both athletic and they both dark skinned. That's it. Jordan he's in a totally different universe. These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, leave your thoughts in the comment section. We catch you on the next show. Peace.